Hello everyone. Happy Sunday and welcome to KiawiTech IT Academy. I am Beverly Defoyne and I am part of this huge community of amazing people from all over the world. And we're live today once again with our IT talk show to share insights and testimonies of things that are going well and encourage you to be part of this amazing community and institution. And so, as you're joining us, you can drop in the chat where you're joining us from, wherever you are in the world. We have a huge community in this academy. And if you're joining us for the first time, KiawiTech IT Academy is an IT institution that offers virtual training in several IT skills. And their main courses are SQL database administration, there is cybersecurity, there's Amazon Web Services, Azure Cloud Computing, and a lot more. And so, welcome to everyone who's watching. I see two people have joined. Thank you. I'm just going to take a second and share the link. Facebook, we're live on Facebook and on YouTube. The Facebook link so that many more people can join. And then we can get started. Okay. Thank you for joining. I see 3 people are watching us. Thank you for joining. This is KiawiTech IT Academy, and I am Beverly, your humble host today. And I'm going to introduce our very special guest in a moment. So thank you for joining as we look forward to an interesting chat. I hope everyone is having a great Sunday wherever they're watching us from. I am joining live from Indiana in the United States, and it's snowing out there, very cold. So um, we have our guest who is also joining us today, and I will be introducing him now so that we can get started. I see 3 or more people are watching now. So once again, officially, thank you for joining us. I'm Beverly, and it's always a pleasure to be here and to talk about KiawiTech IT Academy. I've been part of this community for like 3 years now, and I'm so proud to be part of it because it's been very enriching. It's been very empowering for me personally, and I've met amazing people who have made very remarkable contributions to my journey personally. And so it's always a great privilege to be part of this great session where we just relax and have a chart about what's going on. What is KiawiTech IT Academy? What do we do here? And how can you be part of this community? We're having all those answers for you today as we dig into the story of our very special guest today, who is none other. Now, let me give a backstory actually about him. Yes, I met him so many years ago, and he was my senior in secondary school. Can you believe that? And we're meeting again today after such a very long time, and I'm so happy to be having him. I remember I got into Form 1 while he was in high school. He was in lower seat already, and this was in 2008. Can you believe that it's been such a long time? Well, then we're just reconnecting today. So this is very special for me. This is so amazing. I'm so glad, and I just um, feel so overjoyed to have you today, Galio. So thank you so much for accepting to be part of this
Yeah,
journey. There you
thank
go. So
you, Beverly.
welcome.
Yes, thank you so much. I'm happy to be part of this community, part of this program today to tell the community my own journey in the IT
Right.
field from where I started and to where I am today. So I encourage everybody to join the live show so that they can feel more.
Right.
Yeah, yes.
Absolutely.
So
I like your background. It looks so good. I see Kiawi Tech IT
yes,
Academy.
yeah, yeah.
Shining,
So I
shining
have I
through.
have to be proud of the academy. That's why my background shows the KiawiTech IT Academy.
Absolutely. Oh my goodness.
Yes,
I mean, it's so
yeah,
great. You haven't changed much, back from 2008. Um, I mean, you were a senior, one of those very serious seniors that I mean, I was personally like scared of seniors back then. Like, oh, they're so distant. But it's so
Yes.
great to be back and in this space together with you to hear your story. I know you didn't probably study IT when you left high school. I never saw you since you left high school. I was in Form 1 while you were in high school, and then you traveled, you did so much later on. But I think you can speak to that a bit more, but just to set the base for someone who's listening and thinking, oh, I don't have an IT background, and so perhaps this show is not for me. Just hang in there and hear his story. You might have just be inspired um, to hear how he started and how he became who he is today, which is pretty much an IT person, if I can say, database administrator, if I can be that precise. And so I encourage you to hang in there. And I'm going to put up this banner that is showing at the bottom for someone who is watching and wondering what's going on. If you join and we're in the middle of a chat, you can just look at the bottom of the screen and you will see batch 18 starts in April 2025. All registration information is available, so you can just read through that and join the conversation. And you can leave messages in the chat. I see somebody, Fupi Eric, is watching from Australia. Nice. Thank you, Fupi Eric, for joining. We're so happy to have you, and you can ask any questions that you have. And if you want to jump in and join us on stage, why not? It'll make it even more fun. And so I'm going to pass the mic to my big brother, Senior, to tell us, how did all this happen? Today, you're a database administrator trained by KiawiTech IT Academy. How did this start? How did you get
Uh,
interested in IT?
well, thank you, Beverly, once again. For everyone that knows me, they will be surprised to see me talking about database. Most people don't even know what database is all about. So I was, for those many people that know, they know me as a bread seller, as somebody that was selling bread at Mobinquen.
Wow.
So I have been selling bread at Mobinquen for about 22 years.
Hmm.
So that is where I was running up and down, making live, like making my own day to day, running up. I could not even imagine myself talking about the database. So when I started hearing about KiawiTech, about database administration, I didn't even know what it's all about until I joined one of the live shows. I watched a program where Dr. Daniel was trying to introduce the database. He was I heard him saying something like, everyone is a database administrator, especially if you have an Android phone,
Yeah.
you are managing a data. So you are a database administrator because if you are creating folders in your phone, storing data, backing them up, and doing all of that, you are a database administrator. So I started being, oh, what's happening? I become interested. So while I attended, I did this program in batch 9.
Hmm.
So I came to batch 9 when I went to Dubai.
Okay.
So to me, I felt like I was just doing it because people told me that this was just this is something that is being done only by Indians and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I did it in batch 9. So until when I was in Dubai, I was shocked that where I was working, the job I was doing was a pure database administration job. And I didn't know
Wow.
because I was working as a system admin,
Okay.
granting access to people and then cutting access and all of that. So I didn't know. So it was after the program that I discovered that this is something that people do. This job really exists here. So I'm talking particularly to those who are watching from the Middle East.
Right.
because they have the opportunity to do this program and they can do great. They should erase what they have in their mind that this is just for the Indians and all of that. We from Africa, we can do perfectly well, especially in the Middle East, because the jobs are there. The jobs are there. Before I left the Middle East, I was working as a system admin,
That's interesting. I mean,
and I didn't even, I could not even, I it was just that I could not even know that that was how the job was, because I was just told to do this, do this. It was after I came back to KiawiTech in by 16, especially when we did virtualization, that I discovered that I was doing an IT job. I felt like I could even go back to my former company and
wow.
ask them to increase my pay when I already left the company. So that is how I became uh, who I am today,
Wow,
thanks
that's
to KiawiTech. And it is no magic. It is no magic. Since then, I kept believing in this IT, this database administration, because I started this by 16 when I was in Cameroon.
wow.
So yeah, I came back to by 16 when I was in Cameroon
That's
in April last year. So I moved to from Cameroon, I moved to Dubai. From Dubai, I moved to the United States. So
so you're
that
speaking
is,
to us now from the United States. What part of the US
yes,
are you in right now?
I'm in Texas.
Ah, that's nice. Is it snowing
So
there now?
no, no,
Oh, it's not
we don't
snowing.
have
Okay,
snow.
so you have good
Yeah,
weather.
yes. So that
Nice.
is how I joined this program, and
Wow.
then I kept believing in the database administration training. I kept doing the same thing over and over every day. I
Wow.
make sure I study one and the same thing for 1 week. The next week I do one and the same thing. So I had a program.
So you took the SQL database administration course. I mean,
Yeah,
you saying that you study one thing over and over, it just reminds me of what I think Dr. Dennis always says this, or if it's no longer, if it's not already like a common saying in Kiawi Tech, that if you leave SQL for a day,
for
SQL
a day,
leaves
yeah,
for a week.
yeah, for one
And
month,
so,
not
yeah,
only a
but
week. For
before we
SQL will
even
leave you
get
for one
into
month.
those details, I would like
Yeah.
for you to share for someone watching right now who perhaps does not have an IT background per se. What that means is maybe they didn't study computer engineering or anything like that back in school. There might be somebody who is like an agriculture engineer, someone who is a journalist, someone who is an economist, or just an entrepreneur wondering if this is something they can get into. How did you transition from what? Because I think you studied entrepreneurship back in the university, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. So how easy was that transition for you in terms of the training you got at the Kiawi Tech IT Academy? How would you encourage someone based on the how easy your transition was from a non IT to an IT person, non IT background to an IT person that you are today?
Well, I started by saying that everybody is a database administrator.
Right,
In as much as you have an Android phone, you
right,
are a database administrator.
right.
You don't need to have any IT background to do this. And the way the courses are structured in KiawiTech, they have made it very easy for you to go through this, because I've never even dreamt of this.
Okay.
I'm not an IT person. I've never been one. Like you said, I studied business management and entrepreneurship in a university, which has nothing to do with the IT. So I started this course with zero IT knowledge. Just the fact that I heard from something that Dr. Dennis said, that everybody that has an Android phone is a database administrator. That is
Right.
what moved me,
Right.
and it is what I'm doing today.
Right.
Yes. So you don't need to have any IT knowledge, in as
That's
much as you know how to boot your computer,
right.
and then that's all you
That's
need to
that's
know.
it. You know, it's always funny because I took this training as well, and it's always interesting to see people who come to class and they don't even know how to move a mouse.
Yep.
They don't know how to
Yeah.
right click, you know, and at the end of the day, they become DBAs, and I'm like, this sounds magical.
Yes.
and
So
and I always felt like I do not have this kind of patience to teach people in this way, but from my personal experience, the patience of the instructors at Kiawi Tech is enormous. Like literally teaching at the pace of the slowest student. That's what I found really outstanding. And
exactly.
perhaps before we move forward, I think there's somebody who's joining us and wants to ask you a question. I think she's backstage, and I'm going to bring her on stage. She might not be on video, um, but I think I just brought her on stage. She can unmute herself and ask the question that she has. She initially wrote that she is watching from Germany. So, dear Patu, if you can hear me and you have your question you want to ask directly, feel free to unmute yourself. You don't have to be on video if you don't want to, but do well to ask your question now if you can. Okay, I think she just got disconnected, but that's no problem. If she comes back, she would. Okay, I just put her back on stage. Hi, Patu, can you hear us?
Hello, hello, Beth.
Thank you for joining.
Thank you
How
too.
is Germany today?
Germany is cold today.
I can imagine. Oh, okay. I can
Yeah,
hear you
so
have a little one around you.
thank you for this live stream. I'm really um happy to join today because um database management is something that I've been looking forward to ever since I came here, most especially. Um so I've been thinking about doing something in light with that, um and if possible maybe um specifically regarding climate change. I don't know if that's possible, if
Okay,
there is something that is streamlined towards climate change, the environment and stuff like that.
okay.
So
So perhaps learning to perhaps manage databases in maybe some environmental institute or something.
yes,
Okay,
yeah, manage climatic data and
wow.
something like that. Yeah.
Okay, that sounds like something I would be interested in too.
So I have a question. I wanted to find out if it is possible for somebody who doesn't have the advanced level to do it and to have a good job out of Cameroon.
Hmm. That is a great question. I think I'm going to direct that question to our big brother Galio to help us.
Yeah. Yes. The answer is yes, a big yes for the
Okay.
answer, because actually most companies they don't go in for your education background. In as much as you know what you are doing, they don't go in for what you did in your, maybe you have advanced level or you have a degree or whatsoever, in as much as you know what you can do. So if you don't have advanced level or a degree, it is perfectly okay for you to do this program.
Hmm. Okay. I don't
Yes.
know if that question was answered for you, Patu.
All right. Yeah, thank you so much. I was actually asking the question on behalf of my kid brother, who I invited him to join the live, and I'm happy that I'm seeing him
Oh,
on the
really?
live. Yeah, Ismaila Dango. So I
Ismail.
hope he
Okay,
listens.
now I see the name. And he says he's joining from Dubai.
Yes. So I would really love for him to do it. He has the ordinary level. Yeah.
Okay, that's amazing. It's my Ismaila. Okay, I hope I'm not crushing the name. Thank you for joining us from Dubai. I think that Galio has more
Ye-
even more insight.
ye-
For
I just spoke about Dubai, and then
exactly, exactly,
Ismaila is coming in from Dubai.
right.
So Ismaila,
He's not on
all
stage, but
right.
I
Yes,
think he
no,
can
he's in the
share us.
right place. Maybe he's in the right place to do it.
Yeah,
You just need to provide him with the right resources,
right.
and then in Dubai he needs time and he needs space.
Yeah,
Yeah, he needs time and space to do that.
interesting. Because you even mentioned that
Yes.
you were. Oh, Ismaila says he's listening. He can't talk, but he's listening to you.
All
That's
right.
what you said in the chat.
No,
Yeah,
I'm just telling the
interesting
big
because
sister to be aware of that.
yeah, because you said that you were actually a system admin, which is all a database administration thing, but you didn't know that you were doing
Yeah.
database administration. So it's
Yes.
possible that he might be doing a similar thing and he doesn't know that he is already being
Exactly. That's what I'm telling you because it depends. Maybe he's in the same in the same situation with me when I was in Dubai.
interesting.
Yes.
Thank you so much for sharing those insights. I mean, especially as someone who's moved from Cameroon to the Middle East and to the United States, you have quite a variety of experience from these different spaces to share, and how what were some of the challenges that you faced studying across, like studying from Cameroon or studying from the Middle East? What were some of the challenges that you faced that you think um, gave you insight that you can share to someone today who is, especially someone like Ismaila, who is watching some of the challenges that they can watch for?
Well, like I already said, that he needs time and space
Right.
because let me be frank, the database administration training is a time consuming course.
Right.
You need to be patient, you need to have time, and you need to have some space for yourself.
I think Ismaila just asked a question. He says, please, what are the fees and the number of years needed to learn the skills? Feel free to answer.
uh, all
Feel free
right.
to answer, yeah.
Since he's coming in from the Middle East,
Yeah.
I think they pay in how much is that again? Is it 500,000?
Well, there is the $3,000. That's usually the standard. But
Yeah.
then from people coming from maybe disadvantaged parts of the world, they get some sort of a discount. And so I think that's what you're trying to say.
Yes.
That coming from some parts of the world, some people might get a discount. Um, but people in the US, in Germany, I don't think they get that discount.
No, they don't. They don't.
Mhm.
And it doesn't need any. This program is for 6 months only.
6 months, right?
Not yes. It is only six. It's a 6 month program. So you only need to spare 6 months of your time and become who you want to become in your life.
That is actually interesting. I maybe to s- can you speak more to after 6 months? Is that all that it takes? Are there other things that happen after 6 months? Because I'm aware there is some boot camp where
Yes, the boot camp is there. I mean, the intensive training is only within 6 months, right?
okay,
So yes, the boot camp is there to prepare you for interviews.
right,
During that time, you can be doing some stuff for yourself.
right,
That is if you will spare some time to take the training.
okay,
Yes, you spare 6 months to take. After the 6 months, the program is done. So
okay,
during the open my offer letter and all of that, you can be doing your stuffs and then preparing yourself to be taking interviews. And one good thing about KiawiTech is that they have uptake.
right,
Yes, they have uptake that do the job placement for you.
Hmm.
That is something that I for one, that is people don't. I just before I finish, I finished this program in October, and I had my first offer letter in November.
Interesting.
This yes, the second offer letter in December. So that is thanks to uptake.
Wow. That's
So
amazing. You talked about in the intensive 6 months. Let me just ask a quick question because I know a lot of people think of this and usually ask this in other sessions. Somebody might not have asked today, but do you take any other certification after this Kiawi Tech training? Do you absolutely need to take another certification to be able to get a job, or the training that you get after 6 months is enough to launch you into the job market?
well, that question would depend on your company, what your company need from you.
Okay.
Yes,
Somebody's
it
saying,
depends
please,
on.
can I possibly do this program in Bamenda? This is Makine Hillary. Thank you for joining,
Yes,
Hillary.
Makai Hillary is my classmate.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's my classmate.
Okay.
Yeah, yes, he can do. I started this program in April in Bamenda,
Okay.
so I would have as well finished it in Bamenda. So he can do it.
Great.
Yes,
I guess
so
that
he
answers
just
the
need to
next
have the
question.
right resources.
Right.
Yes.
Amazing. So, yeah, because I
So
know that there is some laptops specifications,
yeah,
and yeah, and those requirements that come into play.
you
And
can take the program from any part
right,
of from anywhere in the world,
as long as
as
you have a
much as
stable
you can
internet.
have access to the internet.
Hmm.
Yes, that is all.
Perfect.
So you asked me a question about the certification. So I said it depends on what your company needs from you,
Hmm.
because most companies today they are moving from on-prem to Azure to cloud, and then some of them will require you to have cloud knowledge and stuff like that. So
Okay.
it all depends, but this is the foundation of everything that you need.
Okay.
Yes, but basically you don't need to have any certification to have a job.
Right.
Once you are done with the training here, you are 100% good to go.
Absolutely.
And even with the cloud computing, we still have Azure here in KiawiTech that they offer, and it is still very okay. You are still in the same place. If you take this course here, you are in the right place
Right.
because we have like everything in one.
Right. There's
Yes,
several other courses. I mean, the SQL database administration, like you said, there's Azure cloud computing, there is Amazon Web Services, there's
yes.
cybersecurity, which is increasingly like
Even cyber security, anything that your company needs from you, that is what KiawiTech offers. And even that is why I said the way they structure their courses, they structure their courses in such a way that you can't even imagine that you didn't have an IT background before you started the
right,
course.
right.
Yes,
Sorry
because
to
the
put
way
you on
they
the spot. Someone is asking, the boot camp takes how many months? How many months does the boot camp take? How many months did it take you to go through the interview preparation phase?
the interview preparation phase is 2 months.
Okay, so it took you 2 months to go back and forth
Yes,
and train yourself to,
yeah. Like I said, I was still in a boot camp.
and you were already
Just
getting offers.
yes, because
Oh,
I
nice.
I studied I studied SQL, and I was practicing SQL. I
Yeah,
took SQL as part of my daily activity
yeah. Because you mentioned
because
that you studied
so many
quite so many
yes.
years ago and you were working in that field, but you didn't even realize that that's what you were
I
doing.
didn't realize because it was not
Yeah,
like they didn't. I didn't realize because it was like a kind of why I mentioned that part was just to tell people that these jobs are
out there. Yeah,
out there, though they will not really tell you. But if you don't have that knowledge, If I didn't have that knowledge
Yeah.
back then, they wouldn't have given me the job.
Right. Exactly.
Yes. So that is why I said the jobs are out there,
Right.
especially in the Middle East. The jobs are there.
Right.
The jobs are there.
That's
So
great to know.
so
Yeah.
when I was in still in open my offer letter, I was taking my own interviews because I already knew what I was doing. A lot of people take this training and they think that it is just a kind of a walkthrough. No, I want to encourage everybody that wants to take this course. It is a life-changing
Yeah.
training,
Right. Just
and you have
yesterday, I think it's yesterday, I joined the midterm presentation Zoom for
yeah,
the current batch. It was so fascinating. I think it was Zeps, the Europe director for
yeah,
KiawiTech, who
yes,
was leading it. I mean, he's always like on point. It's always interesting to be on the same call with him because he's like no nonsense instructor that I have met.
yeah,
And he's the instructor that will make you to buckle up and be straight up on your seat. Like, yes, I'm in business. We're not here to pamper anybody. But
yes,
honestly, all these instructors are so, so amazing. Like at the core of it, they want you to succeed because they will not come and ask you questions, the questions you want them to ask you. They will ask you the ones that they know that you should be aware of
yeah,
before
aware
stepping
of, yeah,
into the job
yes,
market. So I'm saying this just to highlight the fact that there is creme de la creme of instructors at KiawiTech who know what they are doing and they are also practicing
exactly,
as they
exactly. I'm one of those people that stood up to challenge Mr. Zebedee.
yeah.
Yeah, he told he I was on a hot seat. He put
Tell
me
me
on a
about
hot
it.
seat. All true, yeah. So I said to myself, I'm going to challenge you, Mr. Zebedee, and
Oh,
that is how it worked for me.
wow.
So
That is
what they
interesting.
do
Yeah.
at Cavitech is very good if you take it on a positive note.
Right.
Yes. So I just want to tell everybody that this is something that you can do it.
Yeah.
You just need to invest your time and concentrate on it. Like you said, that if you leave SQL for a week, SQL will leave you for 3 months.
Right.
So you need to keep it as part of you, study SQL and study SQL. That is all you need to do.
Right. Thank you so much, Galia, for giving this amazing insights. And thanks everyone for watching. I see that we have Priscilla Arin, who's watching from the US. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. I hope that you are having a good time with us. Thank you, Hilary, for watching and for asking your question. I hope that is answered. If you need clarity on anything that has been said and you're not super sure, feel free to continue dropping your questions in the chat. And we also have a student services admin who is always 247 available to respond to questions and any worries, concerns. If you're still on the fence, you're not even sure, you're just still testing the waters, if this is even something that you might want to do, you can always reach out. I'm going to drop the WhatsApp number in the chat. And so if you want to talk to someone from KiawiTech who would advise you, because again, there's a variety of courses. And you might be wondering, oh, okay, should I start with SQL? Should I do Azure? What should I do? To start with, based on your background and what you already know so far, that might be a good next step, because the whole point of this conversation is to help you take your next step into your next career option, into your next job, if you are really interested in IT. Because again, that's the drift. That's the drift of the world today. Like the world is drifting towards all of this, and there's increasingly AI as well. There's just so much we cannot escape the technology that's coming. Even if you don't want to practice as database administrator, you would see all of these technological advances catching up with you at some point if you cannot be able to practice these skills, and it will always give you an advantage when you have these extra skills, whatsoever job that you are applying for. And I just wanted to highlight, like, if you're watching and you're not sure whether this is for you, I wanted to highlight wherever you're watching from, or wherever you might be in the world, and you're wondering if it's possible because you're hearing people who got jobs perhaps in the US, in Germany, and you're wondering, I just want to share this quick snapshot of where our database administrators are from, like those who have been trained at Kiawi Tech and where they have gotten jobs. There's people from the US, Canada, Germany, UK, Belgium, Spain, France, Cameroon, Kenya, Thailand. I think recently we even had a story of someone who took the training and took all his interviews in Cameroon, and he got a job, and he's now moved to Europe. So that is a remarkable story. And there's Nigeria, Namibia, South Africa, Ivory Coast, China, Cyprus, Uganda, Togo, Rwanda, Sierra Leone, Zimbabwe, Eritrea. I mean, there is a look at that. This is a very global representation of where we've had trainees who have gotten jobs from all of these different parts of the world. So it doesn't matter where you're coming from, doesn't matter where you are watching from. You can absolutely land yourself the dream IT job if only you are able to take the leap of faith, if I can call it that, and join and be consistent and do the hard work and with the determination. That blend is definitely going to take you to success. And Mr. Galia, I wanted to ask you again concerning Kawi Tech, because I think we've mentioned quite a few things that make this academy stand out already in our conversation, but I just wanted you to highlight it again, because I know that in the course of this training, the course of these 6 months, a lot happens in 6 months, and it can be quite frustrating. It can feel quite heavy on some people, and there's also the group work part of it, where you get to be put in groups. You have midterm presentations, and you get to work like you were in a real work environment, and you do presentations, and these presentations also build public speaking skills, communication, and a lot more. Can you just highlight one or two things that stood out for you while you were training? It could be the open my offer letter experience, it could be the group work that you did, or just the quality of the training and the instructors and everything. How did this academy, like, did it rightfully prepare you for the job market? What were some of the things that stood out throughout
All
this
right.
training?
Thank you, Beverly. When you finish this course with KiawiTech IT Academy, and when you are talking to a recruiter, he or she might think that you have been in the field for 3 or 4 years. So
Hmm.
when you leave KiawiTech, you are living with about 4 years of working experience.
Wow.
Yeah, this is because you have mentors during the training. The day you register to start the training, you start getting support from people all around the club, because there is actually a KiawiTech IT community
Right.
where experienced DBAs are. So when you have any issue, you just throw it there, and a lot of people are there to assist you. And then when you are in the community, you start hearing the language of DBAs. You start speaking the language of DBAs, and that is what recruiters want to hear.
Right.
Yeah, they are not actually interested in what actually you can do. They
Yes.
are actually interested in what you know, because the way you present yourself, it tells them that you know this, because every environment has their own way of doing things. So with KiawiTech, we have people who are 24/7 readily available to assist you,
Right.
starting from the subgroups, all the instructors are there. If you have a problem, like if you are connecting and you are not able to connect your management studio or something, you just throw it there. One instructor, either from US, if it is at night, in Africa, it will be during the day here in the US. Somebody will be up to help you. That is KiawiTech.
That's right. I can totally
Yes.
agree with that. I mean, people like Grand Milo, who are who is one of the instructors, they also have this like hangout with Grand Milo. You
Yeah.
know, like
Hang out with
they
Grammy
make
every
all these
Sunday. Yeah.
yeah, they make all these extra sacrifices to make sure that you are ready, so you don't go out there and embarrass yourself. I
Yes.
like it's so intentional, the intentionality of the training, and all the people who have been able to land six-figure jobs and are speaking in different monetary languages now. It's just
Yeah.
it's just so amazing
So
how it starts off like, oh, somebody doesn't know anything. I have zero IT skills, zero. I don't even know how to use a computer. But then that's also why there is the pre sequel. There is some tests that you take to just see
yes,
the.
before you start the program, there is an assessment that you
Mhm.
do, and then if you cannot get, I think it is 75. I don't know
Yeah,
because I did the assessment, I passed. I didn't take that program,
yeah,
but they will prepare you to know how to just basic computer skills,
yeah. Just you,
how
right,
to boot your system, how to right click, how to do this, how to create a folder, and those are just basic computer knowledge skills.
exactly.
So with the offer, open my offer letter, which is a boot camp program you're talking about, it gives you the real life experience, because that is how they put you on a hot seat and they prepare
Sorry,
you for the in.
sorry, Gali. I think we have a question from Joe.
Yeah, this is Fat Joe.
Okay. It's amazing that you just recognize him like straight up. Yeah, I because I know he's the one. So
Yes,
he says,
yeah,
please can you clarify again on how long you started a training to securing a job?
yeah. I started this training in
Okay.
April last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I had a job in December.
Oh, okay. I hope that
Yeah,
answers his question. But then you had taken this training some time back, so many years back.
so many years. I took the training so many years back. I took the training with the notion that it works only for Indians.
Oh, right. That was what you said.
Yes,
Yeah. So
yes.
you did not
So
deeply explore the options
I
available.
did not, yeah, I did not deeply, I did not actually take it seriously. Yes,
Interesting.
yes.
So
So that
between
is that is a mistake no one should do.
okay,
Yes, if you take this training, even if you are in Cameroon, okay, now you just show somebody who had a job
yeah,
in Ireland from Cameroon, right?
you're right.
Yes. Oh, everybody can do that.
Yeah. So I guess that answers his question of like how long it took you. And he also just said, good job and congratulations on transitioning, Galio.
Yeah, thank you,
uh,
thank you, bro, thank you. Yes,
yeah, thank you for watching. And thank you for asking your questions and for congratulating him. I think it's quite interesting because this is one of the questions that always comes up, especially from people watching from Cameroon and other parts of Africa. Like there's always a question of, okay, what are the possibilities of me to, taking the training and getting a job, especially in Africa? Because people usually feel that the jobs are mostly in Europe and in America. And so some people don't feel super encouraged. But hearing stories like that of this guy who took, and he was in my batch, I think so. He was in my batch. He took the training from Cameroon, did everything from Cameroon, took all the interviews from Cameroon and got the job and then
yes,
moved.
yeah.
to Europe now to start the job. That's just a fascinating story. I myself didn't believe until that actually happened, and I was like, oh, okay, this happens. Then it's possible, absolutely, for everybody who is able to take the leap of faith and get it done. And that's if you're really if you're interested in IT. And this is for everybody who is also still on the fence. You're not sure what you want to do. You want to transition. It's okay to take your time, and it's okay to also talk to somebody. Student services in KiawiTech is always available 247, and there's a phone number. I think I wanted to. Did I drop the phone number in the chat already? If I didn't, I should do that right now. For some, if you want to talk to someone, and just get advice on whether this is even something you should be considering if you're sitting on the fence. There's also a WhatsApp group because one thing that I also wanted us to emphasize before we end this stream today is that the next cohort is starting this April 2025, and there's already a WhatsApp group for those that are being onboarded. And if you are interested in joining this April, this is the time for you to join that WhatsApp group. Joining the WhatsApp group doesn't mean you have to absolutely take it this April. It's just for you to join the grand orientation and ask your questions, and perhaps by April you have your clarity on this is something I really want to do, then you can register. So you don't have to absolutely register before that, but you can join the group. But let me just drop this phone number in the chat for somebody who wants to message someone, talk to someone directly, because I know some people might have questions and they want to talk to a specific person and not like ask them here on Facebook or on YouTube, wherever one might be watching. So this is the WhatsApp number. I just dropped it in the chat. Perfect. So reach out on WhatsApp and ask your questions. And there is also their April WhatsApp group. I'm going to drop into the chat as well. This is very important because then the whole point is to help people take their next step. And if your next step is joining this WhatsApp group, then join the WhatsApp group. If your next step is reaching out to our student services to get more information and more insight and more advice, then reach out to the number that you see on the screen. And I'm going to share this link now to the WhatsApp group. If you want to join, oh my God, I can't believe that we are already at 47 minutes. Can you believe that, Gallia? I thought this was going to last 30 minutes.
Yeah, I told you yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's been amazing because well, people have been engaging, asking questions, and so
Yes. So yeah.
it's been fun. Join the April onboarding group using this link. So yeah, I'm sending the link right now in the chat for those who want to join. I think when people try to join, there's going to be like, okay, someone has to accept it's going to come up as a request to join, and then someone is going to accept, and then you join the April onboarding group using this link. Perfect. All right. I hope you can see it at your end. I hope I'm not sending these messages and they're hanging in the air. Can you see them at your end, like coming up in the chat? I hope so. So I'm not sending and it's just hanging in the air. I hope that people watching can see. We have about 12 people watching. Thank you, everyone, for joining and for listening to us. I hope that this was inspiring. Somebody asked a question that I don't think we addressed already. This is Nini Chia, who asked, what are the necessary requirements one needs to begin the course? This is a good question. Do you want to go for it, Galio?
Well, yes. You need a laptop of about 16 GB RAM, but for the beginning, you can just go with any laptop. And then you need an external monitor.
Right.
Yes. That's all you need.
Right, and you need internet. I think that's the basic.
Yes, internet is
basic, most basic.
yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and you need time. I like how
You
you have
need
been emphasizing on time and space.
you need time and
Love that.
space.
Yes, because
Yes,
this is going to suck up a lot of your time, and you have to just be
yes,
willing to lay down everything, make the sacrifice, and go through it because it's going to be time consuming. To be honest, like there's no gainsaying that this is going to just be easy. It's definitely going to be challenging, but we believe that you are up to the task. So I think we have a new comment. Somebody says thank you. Okay, that's Ninichia. She says thank you. Thank you too. Um, somebody says Ka Rachel. Sorry if I mispronounce your name. I'm so sorry, but I hope I tried. Rachel says, "Do we have holidays within the 6 months course? Did you have any holidays, Galio?"
yeah. We have about how many holidays we have? The Christmas holidays. That
Yeah.
is a Christmas break. Most we have about 4 to 5 holidays
Well, there's usually
before the end
Christmas
of.
sometimes, there is Easter
Yes,
sometimes, like depending because there are two cohorts within a year. So depending
yeah.
on the cohort that you take, yeah, just
Even now, the current batch is on holiday.
yeah, but
They're
it's
on break.
mostly brief holidays, right?
Yes, yes. This
Yeah.
is just 6 months.
Right. So we
Yes.
shouldn't expect like a 1 month break within 6 months.
Yeah, this is just 6 months. So
Just a
you
couple
need
of
to
days
just
to
spare
take
the
a
six
break and
months
catch
of
your
your
breath.
time. Yes, you need to
Yeah.
spare the 6 months of your time and change your life. That is it. So it is something everybody can do.
Oh,
Everybody can do it. You
it
just
seems
need to be
the link that
determined,
I shared
know
in the chat
exactly what you
isn't
are doing.
working. I thought the link, I think Joe just said the link I shared isn't working. Let me check again to be sure. How is it possible that a link doesn't work? I thought the link, I think Joe just said the link I shared isn't working. Okay. This is April 2025 WhatsApp group. I'm sharing it again. And Joe, please help me confirm if this works. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. Do you see the link now? I just sent another link, which is the link to join the April 2025 WhatsApp group. Oh, I see the link is there. Scroll up. Okay, Niniche, I just confirmed that the link is actually there, is working. Thank you so much for confirming. And that if you scroll back up, you can find it. Awesome. 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 That's great. And there's also the WhatsApp number. I hope that came through. Yeah, that came through. I can see that in my chat. So, if we don't have any other questions, I think we can start winding down. It's been a great conversation and with great engagement. I'm actually surprised that people are joining from Cameroon who are supposed to be sleeping and they are awake. And on this call, that must be quite a lot of determination. That's very impressive. And so it's great to have you all. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you, Nini Chara. Thank you, Patu, who has been here, and you encouraged your brother to join. Ismaila, thank you. Priscilla, it's been great. I think someone sent a message. Congratulations. Yeah, this is Ninichi. As she said, congratulations, big bro Galios. Good seeing and hearing from you after so many years. Oh, amazing.
Wow.
Everyone
Wow.
is
Thank you
excited
so much.
and to hear from you,
Yeah.
hear your story.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Just going to reiterate that the next session or the next cohort of trainees kicks off this April 2025. There will be a general orientation, and you don't have to have decided whether you want to do this yet. You can join it, and Dr. Dennis himself is going to walk us through what happens in Kiawi Tech and for you to make that ultimate decision. whether you want to do this or not. And also be mindful, those from Africa usually get a discount in terms of fees. And so that's something you might want to take advantage of, just to mention. And so it's been great having everyone. Thank you so much for being here, for watching. And I guess it's time for us to sign out. But I wanted to just briefly show a video of one of the trainees who is sharing a couple words about Kiawi Tech. And we can.
So I wasn't actually a part of KiawiTech, but I was introduced by a friend, which is a very close friend of mine, which I can say I would be forever grateful to him because it has brought a lot of changes to my life. So like my life before KiawiTech wasn't really that bad, but it was a little bit stressful. But after KiawiTech, it's kind of like more flexible. Yeah, I learned more things, meet great people, and a little bit more developed, I can say. Like I have a little more of technology than I had before I left KiawiTech. So what I can say is, to cut it short, is I would encourage everybody to join KiawiTech because here you're mostly brought up as a family, not even as a training school or something. Like this is family, you know. So after the course at KiawiTech, I was given some training, some interview preparations, and thank God, unfortunately for me, I got a job as an not only as a DBA but also as an IT consultant actually in the company which I will be working for. It will be successful for me, and I believe so because I've seen my colleagues, so I can say my classmates who have already been working and have experience. I see the support they gain from KiawiTech, and I think mine won't be different. So it's actually a great opportunity to see your life move from nothing, zero tech knowledge to a database administrator to an IT consultant or a database consultant.
Awesome. Yes, I like one thing she said. KiawiTech is a family. What more do we want than a family? A family is great. And to see that even when people get jobs, they still get on-the-job support because they're still part of the community. And when they have challenges, they come back and be like, hey, I have this challenge. Can someone help me out? There's always somebody to help me out. And so to help them out. So that's amazing to hear directly from a trainee. KiawiTech is a family. KiawiTech is not the one saying it, the trainees are the ones saying it. So they experience the familyhood in the community. So thank you very much, everyone, for staying with us up to this time. We're grateful, and we hope that you have a great rest of your Sunday. Any last word, any last sentence, phrase, word from you, Galio? And then we are gone.
Yes, I want to thank everybody that was watching us. And then I want to encourage you not to say next time, do it. The time is now.
Yeah.
The time is today, do it now.
Yes.
You don't wait for next time because the jobs are there, especially now that the world is evolving into an IT world, you know. So you have to do it now. And then we will meet next time. I think we will also join you live next time to listen to our own part of the story.
Yes, I love
So,
that. We will
yes,
join next to
so-
listen to your part of the story.
exactly. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, Galio. You don't know how much you've done today. This is so great. And you can see how people are excited to see you after so many years, including me. And so
Yeah.
this is so exciting. This is amazing. And I just want to say on behalf of the entire KiawiTech community, we're grateful for every one of you who joined, everyone who took a next step in reaching out to our student services or in joining the WhatsApp group. You are doing great, and we are proud of you already. So thank you, and have a great rest of your Sunday, and have a wonderfully blessed week. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Thank you.
KiawiTechIT Academy is all about empowerment, transformation, and education.
KiawiTechIT Academy is innovative.
KiawiTechIT Academy is empowering.